Good afternoon and welcome to the briefing from the Board of Directors of Jeffrey Group, which was hosted on Monday, May 18th of 2020. My name is Oleg Lopovetsky and I will be translating on behalf of all the speakers today. Valery Ostrikov speaking. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and friends, and today we have a conference during which we will answer the most frequently asked questions regarding the future development of our application and project. We will also be conducting our first week of the marathon as well. Firstly, some news from our developers regarding the recent update of May 13th, which included, for iOS version, the channel search, opening profile through searches, ability to copy links to groups and channels, and correction of errors. While the Android version received analytics, updates to message bubble size, depiction of all the languages available on the language choice page, additional notifications after a link is copied to a group or a channel, ability to open installation files for mobile applications within .apk format directly from the messenger, improvements to notifications and lists of mentions when writing a message, and correction of errors. While the web version also received increased size of the image viewing window and full screen mode and correction of errors, as well as 37 errors were fixed in total. As well as the following releases are also set to include. The release of May 20th will feature group audio calls on all the platforms with limited amount of participants to 17 people for now, and the release of June 3rd will feature all platforms will work on P2P video calls for all the platforms, and we will do our best to complete in time for the release. The catalog of bots and continuous correction of errors, as well as the Android version will also receive a new user interface for viewing, a more convenient introduction of stickers, swipe to exit picture viewing mode, and optimistic user interface. Let's now get to the questions. The amount of current users of our application used to be announced each conference. It has not been announced during the past two conferences. How come? The reason being the fact that each conference we have lots and lots of information packed, and we are striving to not take up additional time. In any case, there are currently 11,841,000 of current users of our application, and we continue growing and increasing our user base towards our initial goal of 50 million users. Why are there not many changes in the Messenger and market space in the past year? The same roadmap was presented a year ago and the platform had no sales on it. We keep testing and there are still discrepancies. The same was 2 years ago. If every person recommends for one person to download the application per week, of total of 4 people per month, there would already be 60 million of current users. 100 million of users can be attained in just 2 months. What are the 40 team members doing? Is the turnover high enough to cover expenses? Firstly, a lot has changed over the course of a year, and we've transferred to a completely new platform, and at this time we barely have the errors that we had previously. Our voice calls are now operating impeccably, and we've introduced a new version of MarketSpace with a brand new architecture. At this time, our team of developers consists of 28 people who are able to maintain and introduce new functionalities to the application. The application's architecture was completely redone as we are adjusting the application to support a large user base of up to 100 million people with no issues. There are still certain functions that the iOS version is behind the Android version, although we are gaining speed in this regard. Turnover is something that makes planning the financing development of the application challenging, as it varies from month to month and is not a steady variable. Other competitors are surpassing us. CityLife with a commercial platform and 8,000 markets and 30 million users with a cashback system and a financial plugin. Attached a messenger 2 weeks ago. What are our disadvantages? Why are we behind? Firstly, CityLife has only 500,000 users currently compared to 12 million users in our application. The project has been going on for a long time now as well. Our application is fully functional at this time and is taking on higher workloads due to recent introduction of voice calls and the upcoming conferences call functionality. Our MarketSpace platform has more than 1,000 stores currently and is continuing to grow as we are also introducing new notions to it. We would like to know what is happening with Jemfami's amount of downloads. It used to gain 3 million of users in 2017 and 2018. In 2019, it gained almost 4 million in a matter of 1 year, and at the end of January 2020, there were 11 million of users. 4 months later, 800,000. An obvious slowdown in downloads. What is the decrease in numbers caused by, and how will we attain the goal at such speed of 50 million of users by the end of the year if we just gained 1 million so far this year and need 38 million more? The decrease in numbers is caused by us spending less funds on advertising, which results in higher amounts of organic downloads, yet less advertising about the application. This is caused by the amount of funds that is available for promotion decreasing. However, once all the functionality is completed, we will have a global instrument for organic downloads increasing drastically. We are all very excited to see the new version of Gem4Me after the redesign, although apart from an amazing voice calling quality, which is truly better than other messengers, many other functions are lacking. Calls don't go through at times, push notifications are not depicted, and with all due respect for our developers, corrections are not implemented, although they state they are working on it. When will video calls, conferences, and other crucial functions for Gem4Me remaining competitive be introduced? Briefly, we are working parallel on introducing new functionality, and any new functionalities come with errors. While we are confident that the new functionality of conferences will be impeccable, and if any errors occur, they will be fixed. About 40 errors were fixed in between the releases, and by doing so, we are able to bring our application to a whole new level as the team is highly experienced and knowledgeable. Most importantly, by trying to increase organic downloads through promoting the application to relatives and friends, as of today, the current lack of functionality compared to WhatsApp and Telegram makes it slightly harder to promote. When will these issues be resolved, and will it be done prior to the third quarter as planned on the roadmap, as well as introducing market space and financial plugin? The roadmap that we currently have is being followed very closely. Our team of developers is split into teams as well that are responsible for certain functionalities and eliminating errors. Most efforts are applied towards market space currently. Why are all leaders talking only about Synesys during the presentations if market space is not being developed by Synesys? Please tell us more about the company developing market space. Does this company have experience in this field, or are these individually outsourced programmers? It is essential to build a connecting bridge between the messenger and market space, and the team of Synesys is also working on this notion as well. Both the messenger and market space are developed together as one. The company working on market space is not individually outsourced programmers, and we work strictly with companies that follow our roadmap and introduce the necessary functionality. The company is also highly experienced in fintech solutions, and it is one of the notions that is being introduced to market space as well. During the meeting with partners from Germany, Edward Vitko mentioned that the amount of users will be 50 to 100 million within this year. During another conference, he announced a different timeframe, 50 million by fall of this year. Moreover, it was specified that the company was registered in May of 2016, and due to the fact that invest funds are registered for 5 years, the company must be sold by May of 2021 and the funds must be distributed. Is May of 2021 the cutoff time to finalize everything? 50 million of users is our goal and is our breaking point for the amount of users on our platform. Invest funds are not registered for a limited time and operate as long as they need to. We continue moving towards the 50 million of users in various ways, as we currently focus on increasing the amount of organic downloads and opening new countries, while financing is also a crucial ingredient in this matter. Having difficulties when communicating with someone over a phone call who has a Chinese smartphone. I am assuming there are difficulties with Android while WhatsApp works. What is done in this direction? And there will be more and more of these devices later on. Our team of developers has a wide range of devices for our testing capabilities, and we test the application on all of those devices. The issue may be due to Android operating system limitations with older software versions, while the latest operating versions of all platforms should support working impeccably. In conclusion, I wanted to share a letter from one of our investors, Nikolai Sterlikov. My name is Nikolai Sterlikov, and I am beyond honored to be a co-owner of Gem4Me Market Space. The world is rapidly changing and will only continue improving and developing in the areas of digitalization, blockchain, robots, fintech, marketplaces, and ecosystems. Personally, I do not see selling 100% of shares to a strategic investor as a smart decision, but rather think that we need to focus on introducing communicative, social, and other useful messaging services and monetization services, fiat and crypto payments, crowd investing and crowdfunding, leasing, and many other useful services to the marketplace. This will attract a large amount of new users, and partners will allow for all the shareholders to have a steady and dynamically growing earnings. I offer to adjust the development strategy, not to chase after selling to a strategic investor, but rather focus on launching working services and their monetization and receiving profits from them today. This will create a real foundation for attracting entrepreneurs and qualified investors, as well as will allow to receive dividends for co-owners and create additional source of financing the project's development. Our initial plan stays the same as we continue marching towards the goal of 50 million users, while at the same time we are also working on all of these notions that we're currently working on. These are all the aspects that I wanted to cover today, as I am now passing the word to Alexander Kochanowski, the member of the board of directors. Alexander Kochanowski speaking. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and friends, and let's now continue our conference. Let's begin with some traditional news, as each week we summarize the results of earnings and work conducted and the weekly earnings of those active partners, and as you can see, the geography of those partners is widespread. And over the course of last week, we had 16 partners from 8 countries with earnings of more than 1,000 euro, 5 partners from 5 countries with earnings of more than 2,000 euro, and 3 partners from 3 countries with earnings of more than 5,000 euro in just 1 week. And our top earning partner of last week earned 5,600 euro. These are the profitability rates of our projects for those partners who wish to earn not just when the project is finished and is sold, but also while it is being developed. Let's make these amounts more frequent over the course of this spring, and we are confident that this is the time when big amounts can be earned. As a reminder, our schedule of conferences for the following few weeks is depicted on the slide, and be sure to submit any questions you may have in order for the developers and marketers to prepare diligent answers. On May 25th, we will have a briefing with developers and marketers, followed by a news conference on June 1st. Let's now get to the second stage of questions that we received as well. Please explain in much detail the formula of calculating the price of one share of market space based on Gem4Me and market space being sold for 30 billion euro. For instance, 30 billion divided by 5 million of shares times 66,000. What is the share for shareholders of Gem4Me? Will all the amounts be distributed between the shareholders, or will a portion be given to organizers right away, and what portion that is? And so on. Firstly, the structure of sale is very transparent for both companies, Gem4Me and MarketSpace, in which the total amount of shares is split between 50-50 between the project's administration and the shareholders. At the time of sale, half the amount will be distributed to the half with the shareholders and the other half to the administration. In what proportion will the funds from the sale be distributed between the shareholders of Gem4Me and MarketSpace? If not specified at this time, then your estimate please. The total amount of shares of Gem4Me and MarketSpace will be combined, and we are striving to sell the application as one notion, as they both increase each other's worth drastically. The total of 7 million of shares will be sold, and the funds received will be divided between the shareholders with various CCAs. Please specify why the major promotional campaign of Gem4Me MarketSpace has not been launched yet. As previously mentioned, prior to launching a major promotional campaign, we must make the application impeccable and error-free, as well as be of industrial quality compared to other competitors. Once the organic downloads begin, we will start implementing promotional campaign, and yet that notion is also dependent on our turnover. The amount of shares that have not been sold yet has been growing up and down since May 5th. This is concerning. What is the reason for this? Is the count maintained correctly? This was a technical issue that occurred over the course of last week and was caused by a technical notion that was fixed by our programmers. Overall, the amount of shares is maintained correctly. A few ideas about the articles on Yandex.Zen, articles regarding work, earnings, and what niches are successful at this time, as well as how freelancers are able to find work in similar topics would be very in demand and useful nowadays. These are very correct aspects, as we do have our own writers and editors, while we ourselves create our daily updates and articles, and we do see the current necessity in this regard. We will also discuss this with our team and will be implementing appropriate solutions. Why do you not show your faces during presentations and briefings? If a person is not able to visit a conference in person and meet the community's leaders, how is the able to invest serious funds in the company with confidence? Everyone is doing video conferences these days and from any part of the world and in any circumstances. Why are Gem4Me leaders not doing so as well? Why do you not have a promotional video with the company's administration? It is of course very easy to organize a video conference, while it is important to note that such conferences that we host weekly are the most effective means for what we are trying to accomplish here. Bloggers host video conferences as they are maintaining their image, and that is what makes them revenue. We have a different task where we are trying to effectively deliver important information in the most clear and distraction-free way. Why do some of the project's directors use nicknames? There are people who use nicknames while the directors of the projects use their own real names, and you can always address the particular person with a nickname and ask them for a reason yourself. Why are there so little views of the project's publications on Yandex.Zen and YouTube? An article on Yandex.Zen gained just 800 views in 17 days. The question was asked previously, but not much has changed, and views are crucial for development and future promotion. It is great that more and more people are wondering about this notion, as this is something that we are mutually striving to attain and grow, which also leads me to ask, what did you do for the promotion of our project, and how many people did your input to the project's promotion affect and introduce to us? We are capable of being very active online, and let's attain even greater amounts next week, and we are grateful for your cooperation so far. Which also leads to the following questions. How many people did you subscribe to our channel on Yandex.Zen, and how many comments did you yourself leave on the channel? Did you already subscribe to the corporate Gem4Me channel, and how many people did you introduce there? Did you already create personal accounts on Facebook, Instagram, VK, Twitter, and TikTok? Do you like our project's posts each day, and do you repost them each day? Have you already subscribed to our Gem4Me MarketSpace official channel in Telegram as well? All of these aspects will only further promote us on the world's field and will make our major mutual goal come closer and sooner. Moreover, here are the statistics of our recent activity on all social medias online, and the total amount of likes, comments, reposts, and overall involvement is depicted here. We ask all of our partners, shareholders, and users to further continue promoting us online, and we thank everyone who participates so far, and we are looking forward to even more activity in the coming weeks. Please continue monitoring our activity online, as we are also separating each media channel promotion per 3 days. It does not take much time, and it is very helpful to all of us in attaining our one mutual goal and further promoting the application online. Let's start off this informational wave together. I believe that those who attain CCA 10 know more than others, and in this regard not all investors are equal. Knowledge gives confidence. When there is not enough information, there is less confidence. For instance, I still don't know if the company has enough funds for advertising. If not, is there a plan B, and how to do so without funds? How soon can a person who is about to invest can expect returns? Roadmap is not applicable in this case, as it does not mention the sale and discusses only technological developments. How can we invite others if we don't know certain notions ourselves? Everyone must have the same information in order to start. How can we even out the information delivery? Firstly, of course, our top leaders know more information, although there is no secret information, and they are simply more involved in the project's development, promotions, and contests and its nearest future. We are creating a venture projects and are not able to give exact timeframes and profitability margins, but the information is widely available in this regard, and most understand that the funds that are received are forwarded to the project's promotion and development. Attracting major and well-known brands would be a strong marketing move where they would offer prices that are 2 to 3 times less than on the market due to the lack of middlemen, and we would have millions of downloads that way. Why are there none of such aspects yet, as MarketSpace is intended to connect suppliers directly with consumers, and the idea itself should work without any expense on advertising? Yes, this is totally correct, and we will get to this point as we are currently working on our market space efficiently. And in order to attract major brands, we need to initially work with smaller brands and individual entrepreneurs. Once the monetary flow starts, the daily usage and other various aspects of market space are higher, we would be able to approach major brands as an alternative channel for selling products and services, and the biggest changes will be seen once the technological development is finalized by the end of 2020. In other news, we now have a new landing page that is shorter and is concentrated information on it for your convenience when working and promoting our project. We now have 2 landing pages, one with brief and to the point information and another with more detailed information and other notions. We hope that this will help you in your work, and we are excited to introduce it. Furthermore, the amount of shares remaining is depicted here on the slide as it is continuously decreasing week by week. A few words about our current promotions, and the cashback promotion is still valid where a partner can receive 5% cashback from his or her purchases when paying for a package using encrypted currency. The Maximized Advantages promotion with now 300 complimentary shares as well for your advantage is still available and can be used. Moreover, the Big Money promotion, during which each purchase during the period of May 12th through May 25th yields 50 more shares for buyers and 50% higher personal bonuses for sponsors. Don't forget of our CCA 10 Powerful Surrounding promotion, which is also still available, although the board of directors can end it at any time based on the remaining amount of shares, and is very profound and is still available for your use. Additionally, the Spring Marathon promotion is also valid for sponsors, and they participated in the marathon each week. There are 5 different categories and an additional personal bonus of 10%, 7.5%, and 5% for first, second, and third places from the personal bonus received in accordance to the marketing plan will be paid based on the results of the 4 weeks in total. Partners with the faster speed of generating the turnover will yield a higher placement in case several partners have the same placement. And the top 5 winners of the Spring Marathon will also receive the marvelous iPhone SE as a prize for their hard work as well, so be sure to participate and work hard. Moreover, we also have an additional prize fund of 20 Samsung Galaxy A51. 5 smartphones in each category will be drawn on May 18th, May 25th, May 31st, and June 8th during the news conferences between the finalists, partners who completed the conditions of the marathon each week. And today, we will also draft the first 4 smartphones between the sponsors in the categories of this past week. And before we proceed to this week's marathon stage, I would like to read some reviews from the winners of last week's lottery. Dear Board of Directors, I am deeply grateful for such marvelous present, the victory in the lottery. I am also thankful to everyone who is sincerely happy for me and for the other winners. I am simply happy to be a partner of our amazing Gem for Me MarketSpace company. It is rare to find such care from a company's administration in the sense of the lottery, promotions, charity, and much more. I would also like to thank my mentor and sponsor Alexander Potapov for his support and devotion to the company. Good luck and great health to everyone. I would like to thank the Board of Directors for such a marvelous prize. I never expected to win, and this is amazing. I am very grateful to everyone who invited me to join the project. Keep on promoting and telling about this unique project. Don't be afraid, as this is the foundation of your success as a partner and success of those people who have just joined this marvelous project. Don't forget that as soon as you start believing in yourself, in the team, and in the project, miracles will happen. Good luck to everyone. The spring promotion became an hour of fame for me and my team. At a time of crisis when many are wondering how to survive such a difficult situation, my partners became inspired and started acting. As the result, 3 partners from my team won prizes, marvelous laptops. I wished luck to all of my partners during the presentation, but was so surprised to see myself on the screen. I was truly lucky as a sponsor. Everyone was congratulating me with the victory, and now I would also like to thank my sponsor Valentina Kiryanova, who gave me the opportunity to make my dreams come true. I am always learning in life, and this is my new path. I am grateful to the board of directors for hosting such amazing promotions and lotteries. Thank you for your knowledge, experience, and vision towards success and completion of Gem for Me. And now, without any further ado, let's get to the first stage of our marathon, in which we will give 4 Samsung Galaxy A51, one in each category amongst the sponsors who completed the conditions in their category over the course of last week. And the first category of partners and Silver Masters. Let's see who the most active and lucky sponsor was this week in this category, and is Jacek Zmarlik from Poland. Congratulations, and we hope that you will enjoy your brand new and well-deserved gadget. Let's now get to the next category of Gold Masters, and the winner is, this week, Yevgenia Efimovich from Sochi, Russia. Congratulations, and we are looking forward to your reviews next week as well. And now, the next category of Platinum Masters is, let's see who was able to attain the requirements of this category last week, and it is Galina Galdintseva from Nyagan, Russia. Congratulations, Galina, and great job. And now, the final prize is between Diamond Masters with a minimum turnover of €3,240, and let's find out the lucky sponsor for this category, and it is Galina Kim from Tashkent, Uzbekistan. That is great. Congratulations to all the winners. We thank you for your time and wish you prosperous weeks full of work and profound earnings. And on this note, I would like to thank you for your time, and until we meet next week.